The Sunday night scramble. Imagine this. It's Sunday evening. Tomorrow morning, you have your weekly team check-in, and you need to prepare an update. Your notes are everywhere. Chats, emails, phone notes, and you don't know where to start. 45 minutes later, you finally have something usable. Let's learn a better way. The scattered notes problem. Every week, you're going through the same routine of manually organizing everything into a coherent structure to prepare for the meeting. Let's do the math. 45 minutes every Sunday, 52 weeks per year, 39 hours annually on one task. And all of this on a weekend day. What do you think is the biggest challenge when preparing for recurring meetings? Gathering scattered information from multiple sources into one structure. Thinking about what and how to say during meetings. What do you think is the biggest challenge when preparing for recurring meetings? With ChatGPT, you can turn discovering prompting techniques. Remember the intro to prompting lesson when you learned to give ChatGPT a role? That was your first prompting technique, role playing, a repeatable method that improves ChatGPT's responses. Now, going back to our scenario, let's learn another technique, sequential task chaining. This technique breaks complex workflows into linked steps, with each step building on the previous output. Therefore, instead of do everything at once, you guide ChatGPT through a logical sequence. Now, let's build this chain together, step by step. You'll discover each step by figuring out what makes sense next. Ready? Let's start with your scattered update notes. Here's what you have scattered across apps. Chats. Finished the client presentation deck yesterday. Email. Next week, need to finalize budget proposal and schedule Q2 review. Phone note. Ideas for improving onboarding process. Ask team for input. Another Slack. Meeting with Sarah went well. She approved timeline extension. Random note. Follow up with vendor about delayed shipment. This is the raw material you're working with. Looking at these scattered notes, what should be your first step? Turn each note into a clean, single-line summary. Group everything by category right away. Rewrite everything in complete sentences with full context.
It says here are my weekly notes, past notes. Summarize one clear line.
See what just happened? You took scattered, messy notes and turned them into a clean, scannable list in seconds. That's the power of step one. It creates a clear foundation that you can build on. Now that you have clean summaries, what should be your next step? Group related items into categories like completed, next week, and follow-up. Start writing the introduction for your team update. Expand each summary with more details and context. Now you can see exactly what was accomplished, what's coming, and what needs attention. This is where the chain gets powerful. Each step builds on the last, making everything clearer and more actionable. With your notes organized into categories, what should be the final step? Turn categories into a polished team update with context and next steps. Add more categories to make it more detailed. Look at that. You went from scattered messages and random notes to a polished professional update. Accomplishments highlighted, priorities clear, support needs identified. This is sequential task
Accomplishments
chaining in
highlighted,
action.
priorities
Each
clear,
step made the next
support
one
needs
easier and more
identified.
precise. Beyond weekly updates. In fact, this technique works for any situation where you need to gather, organize, and structure scattered information. Some examples where you can apply sequential prompting: planning a home renovation, contractor quotes, measurements, design ideas, clean summaries, group by room, create timeline and budget, weekend trip planning, Notes about hotels, activities, restaurants. Clean list. Group by day. Create itinerary. Work project kickoff. Emails, meeting notes, requirements. Summarize each. Categorize by theme. Build project plan. Same principle, different applications. Great job. Now you know how to turn 45 minutes of scattered note chaos into 5 minutes of structured work. Sequential task chaining isn't just a technique. It's a reusable system you can apply every week with different inputs. Same process, consistent results.
Sequential chaining breaks complex tasks into linked steps where each builds on the previous output. Step 1 always creates clarity. Step 2 reveals group structure. Step 3 makes it actionable. Save the pattern, reuse it for different inputs.